Aloha from Honolulu, where things officially got kicked off for the Easy Post Hawaii Bowl. Both head coaches holding a press conference to talk about the matchup, but it turned into being kind of a meetup between both head coaches who are very familiar with one another. Todd Graham hired Ryan Silverfield to be an offensive analyst for him at Arizona State, giving Silverfield one of his first chances to get back into college coaching after being in the NFL for 6 years. They talked about their relationship and the coaching tree Todd Graham has developed over the years.
I think someone did an article about the 10 college head coaches that are underneath this coaching tree, and I think that speaks volumes about Coach Graham, about his schemes, about the cultures he's been able to create everywhere he's been and had success. And so for me, an opportunity, right, to a guy that took me under his wing, really. You know, I was out of a job. So, 6 years with the Vikings. I wanted to move a little bit warmer, and he took me under his wings out there in Scottsdale. And, I was able to learn from him, both sides of the ball.
One of the smartest, brightest young guys I've been around. Obviously, we had a whole bunch of those guys on our staff. We've had a whole bunch of guys from that staff that have now gone on to be head football coaches. All the guys that I've worked with are all great people, first and foremost, and then they're great teachers. And so that's kind of how we got connected, hooked up there at Arizona State.
Not only does Todd Graham know Ryan Silverfield, but he also knows Memphis quarterback Seth Hennigan because he coached with Hennigan's dad at Allen High School back in Texas. We'll have more on that relationship coming up later. For now, in Hawaii, covering the Easy Post Hawaii Bowl, Cassie Carlson, Action News 5. Aloha from Waikiki Beach in Honolulu, guys. The Memphis Tigers will be rolling in here soon to enjoy a Hawaiian luau to end this night in paradise. Festivities really got started today for the Hawaii Bowl as both teams started with a press conference to talk about the matchup. Then the Tigers went to their second practice here on the islands as they continue to get acclimated to the weather and the time change for that Christmas Eve kickoff against Hawaii. Here's Athletics Director Laird Veach on the importance of that being the only college football game to be played on Christmas Eve.
It's great for the University of Memphis. It's also great for the city of Memphis. Anything that's good for the university is good for the city, but it's also great for our young people just to have a kind of experience like this, and even up to coming out to Pearl Harbor today. It's a great educational opportunity and obviously an incredible experience to come out to Hawaii.
Like Veach said, the team did get to visit Pearl Harbor today, and they will be hula dancing the night away. We'll have much more on the day coming up in sports. But for now, live in Honolulu, Cassie Carlson, Action News 5. Aloha Memphis, Cassie and Jarvo here live from Waikiki Beach as we are waiting for the Memphis Tigers to roll in for a Hawaiian luau to end this night here in paradise as they are continuing their preparation for the Hawaii Bowl. The reason the Tigers got here, well, they won 6 games and they clinched the bowl with a win over Tulane in the final game of the season. A couple of reasons why bowl games are important for this program. You get extra practices, there's more opportunities for some of the players, and they also helps in the recruitment process. But when you talk about this game, Memphis and Hawaii, it is the only college football game that will be played on Christmas Eve, which helps with national exposure.
Those logos will be seen throughout our country, throughout the world, and I think that's as important as anything, right? We take a lot of pride at the University of Memphis, just like Hawaii does, and understanding that we're not just a football program, we represent so much. For us, the city of Memphis, the 901, and I think that's important. So to be able to put that on display on Christmas Eve, in front of a national audience is quite exciting for us as well.
Well, there are a lot of interesting connections between both Memphis and Hawaii. Hawaii head coach Todd Graham actually hired Ryan Silverfield to be an offensive analyst for him at Arizona State, along with former Tigers head coach Mike Norvell.
And here's something else, another fun fact to tell. Todd Graham, the head coach at Hawaii, well, he's got a very interesting coaching tree. 10 of his assistants have gone on to be head coaches. Mike Norvell one. Ryan Silverfield was also on his staff at Arizona State. I got one more fact to tell you. You want to know what it is?
Let's hear it.
I'm going to give it to you right now. Seth Hennigan, the quarterback at Memphis, he played against the starting quarterback at Hawaii, Braden Shager, back in high school last year. They both met in the Texas High School State Championships, and Seth Hennigan's team beat Braden Shager's team on the way to Hennigan's squad winning the Texas 5A state title. So wouldn't that be something if he pulls off a double and gets another win over Shager?
Yeah,
that would be great.
It would be impressive. Graham also coached with Seth Hennigan's dad at Allen High School in Texas. Crazy the connections, but Jarvis, we are are at a luau, so I think we need to talk about the most important question of the day that has yet to have an answer.
How much you gonna eat?
How much we're gonna eat? No, a lot. But we need to know who's gonna be the best hula dancer on the team. So I got a little bit of a preview, and I'm going with Morris Joseph. Mojo bringing the mojo.
Yeah, Mojo's gonna be Memphis walking out there. He's gonna be doing that crip thing out there, and it's gonna set everybody on fire, I believe. But if you want to know who I'm gonna pick,
let's hear it.
I'm going to go with Ryan Silverfield.
Okay.
Silverfield, he may be kind of in the closet as far as his moves and everything, but he says he's got his coconuts ready. We saw him in the lobby of the Sheraton, which is right next door here. He's got the grass skirt going, and he says he's going to be on stage and put everybody else to shame.
Can confirm he talked a big game. All right, well, this is going to go well into the overnight hours in Memphis. So if you want to see it, you got to come back tomorrow for all of the hula dancing action. For now, live for Drivers Career, I'm Cassie Carlson, Action News 5.
Aloha.
Aloha, guys. It's very nice here in Hawaii today. It's day 3 of the Tigers prep before the Rainbow Warriors matchup on Christmas Eve. So they are starting to ramp up practices, which means a lot of their fun happened already. And that was last night. We told you about the luau they were going to have when we were taking those bets on who would be the best hula dancer on the team. We finally got the answers for you. They learned some traditional Pacific dances with the professional hula dancers, and then they were put to the test learning the dance moves themselves. I put my bets on D lineman Morris Joseph, and I said Mojo was going to bring the mojo, and he sure did. A lot of the guys, when the camera was pointing at them, they started running away. Mojo was like, where's the camera? I got to show off these moves. Now, Jarvo picked head coach Ryan Silverfield, and Silverfield talked the talk, walked the walk, did not walk the walk, did not hula the hula. He looked pretty embarrassed when he saw the camera when he was dancing with the athletics director, Laird Veach. And then we got a duet. Quarterback Seth Hennigan along with defensive back Julian Barnett, and let's just say Hennigan's talents are probably going to remain on the football field from here on out. Doesn't really have a future in hula dancing, but we did end the night with a fire dance right off of Waikiki Beach. It was just an incredible night. Like I said, the Tigers are at practice right now. They're starting to get more and more serious about this Hawaii Bowl as they're hoping to come away with a win, their 7th win of the season, ending this season on a good note. So for now, live in Honolulu, covering the Tigers and the Hawaii Bowl, Cassie Carlson, Action News 5. Aloha, guys. How about, after practice, work, and between meetings and dinner, hitting the beach to enjoy some sun and the ocean? That is exactly what the Memphis Tigers did today. After practice, they quickly went to the white sandy beaches of Waikiki Beach and hopped into the Pacific Ocean to enjoy this beautiful day. The first day where we really saw a lot of sunshine here in Honolulu. And, we saw them catching rays. They got their Easy Post Hawaii Bowl towels on. They were going out into the ocean on their floaties. They were having wrestling competitions, belly flopping competitions. We even saw Memphis quarterback Seth Hennigan running around in his jersey. We have to keep that under wraps until tomorrow to tell you why, but it was a fun day at the beach for these guys, and Jarvo caught up with them coming out of the water. Listen to what they had to say.
He says he's the best swimmer on the team.
It gotta be me. They don't even know.
Who's the best swimmer?
I won a state championship 3 years in a row in swimming.
State championship in what? In belly flopping? Belly flopping or what?
Oh yeah, belly flop competitions. I've never lost one. I just actually won a belly flop competition and a wrestling competition in the ocean, so I'm the best swimmer.
He's capping. We for sure know, everybody out here know I'm the best swimmer out here. I'm also a lifeguard. Make sure these guys in place, everything's
CPR
good.
certified.
Are you making sure that they are following safety rules?
Yeah, safety rules,
Yes,
COVID rules, all the ocean rules. Every rule available, we follow.
All right, Jonah Gamble, belly flop champion here in Honolulu. We're going to hit the gridiron again back in sports. Jarvo's going to talk about the interim defensive coordinator and what the players have to say with having a new coach for this bowl game. In Honolulu, Cassie Carlson, Action News 5.
Cassie, how exciting of an experience is it there for fans and you?
For me, it's incredible. For the fans, I think it's the same. A lot of them have something in common in terms of why they decided to make the trip to Honolulu for the Hawaii Bowl. They all have a connection somehow in some way with the Tigers football program. That's the case for Kim and Steve Wall. Their son, Zach Wall, is on the Tigers football video staff. He's the one that makes all those cool videos you see on social media. And so they decided to make the trip to be with him for Christmas. Now, they haven't really spent much time with him because he's been running around with the team, so they've made their own fun, discovering all that Oahu has to offer. They went to the North Shore. That's where all those big waves are. They went to the Dole Pineapple Plant and, of course, enjoying some beach time.
It's awesome that we can be here in Hawaii, of all places, and it's just a place we've never been. You talk about going, but you never go, and this was just the perfect thing. So thank you, Silverfield. Go Tigers. We're here for you. Let's go.
A fun fact about the Walls, they actually have 2 sons who are former pouncers for the University of Memphis. That's the Tigers mascot. So they are big Tigers fans, 4 kids who are Tiger alums, and they try to go to any away game they possibly can. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the best away game they could possibly go to. The Tigers kick off against Hawaii tomorrow at 7 p.m. Memphis time. We'll have more on that matchup with a wide receiver coming up in sports. But for now, live on Waikiki Beach, I got my toes in the sand. Cassie Carlson, Action News 5. First off, how you enjoying Hawaii?
It's fun. First time here. Look, got the view back there. It's amazing. I'm having a good time.
Well, you are here for business.
Yeah.
Hawaii Bowl, playing Hawaii, and it's interesting now because no Calvin Austin in this game, so it forces other receivers to step up. How do you take on that role?
Just like how we have this whole year, just being a step up. You've seen plenty of games where it was a lot of receivers getting different receptions, so we all just have to step up and fill a hole that's missing, and that's Calvin. You feel me? I mean, I'm pretty confident in the whole room that anybody can make a play at any time, so I'm excited. I'm ready to see what's going to happen.
Sean Dyke said Kelvin kind of taught all the other guys, how to be a receiver in Memphis. What did you learn from him?
A lot, honestly. Me and Calvin, we was roommates this whole season.
Okay.
We traveled the game, so we would just pick each other brain at night during film, teaching each other stuff, just telling each other, giving each other pointers. So that's my guy. So he helped me out just as much as he helps everybody else out in the room. So he gonna be missed a lot.
We remember that touchdown against Tulane. Mm-hmm. Just the way you came into this program in this season and you got to that point, you started getting more reps. How would you describe the season you've had so far?
I'm expecting more, honestly. I'm a hard player. I'm hard on myself, honestly. So I expect a lot more. But I came in, played my role, and I'm pretty sure I'll have a bigger role. So I'm just waiting for my turn. And when it comes, I'll make a play. You know that. So.
What do you see from the DBs of Hawaii?
That's a good question. They physical, I could say that. Watching film, they try a lot of different techniques. I know it's a lot going on over there, but that's nothing to talk about. They're going to come to play, so we just got to be ready to play when we come to play.
All right, now we've got word that there are some COVID concerns with the Hawaii football team. We'll tell you about that tonight at 10 with Dave Voloshin, the voice of the Tigers.
Quite a development. This due to a COVID-19 outbreak among the Rainbow Warriors. Let's get right to Action News 5's Cassie Carlson, who joins us live from Honolulu. She's been covering this event all week. Cassie, what can you tell us?
Well, the team just found out a little more than an hour ago that Hawaii backed out of this bowl game and that there will be no game played at all tomorrow on Christmas Eve. And just looking around the team hotel, Seth Hennigan is standing right behind the camera. I think it's a look of disappointed, surprised, and just shocked that they came all this way and now there's no game to be played, and that's just how the season will end. Head coach Ryan Silverfield did release a statement, and he said in that statement, "We hope that Hawaii players and staff get healthy soon. I'm upset for our seniors and the rest of the team that battled this season to earn this opportunity. We have a terrific time here in Hawaii as a program, and we are sad the trip ended this way." You saw players walking around the Sheraton Waikiki here right after they found out. We were told there was an emergency meeting called, and a lot of the players started thinking, why is this meeting being called? But we heard leading up to today that Hawaii was dealing with a handful of COVID issues, anywhere from 16 to 20 players possibly. And so they started thinking, that might be the case, and it turns out that is the case. Hawaii also cited not only the COVID issues, but transfers and injuries as the reason they decided to back out of this game. So disappointment, shock, surprised players and coaches, but I think some of them are trying to find the silver lining, as Silverfield said in his statement that they did get to come on a once-in-a-lifetime trip. They did get to enjoy Hawaii a little bit along with their practices, but just really surprising news that no game will be played tomorrow in the Hawaii Bowl on Christmas Eve. Jarvis is going to have much more on this news with the voice of the Tigers, Dave Voloshin, coming up in sports. But for now, live in Honolulu, Cassie Carlson, Action News 5. Still a feeling of disappointment among the Memphis Tigers here in Hawaii. They were supposed to be kicking off in the Hawaii Bowl in less than an hour. Now they've come all this way, and there is no game for them to play. Head coach Ryan Silverfield says there were tears and frustration when he told the team yesterday. They found out in a team meeting right before they were supposed to leave to head to the stadium for their final walkthrough. A lot of people asking if Memphis could slide into a bowl opening elsewhere with some of the other schools that have backed out because of COVID. Silverfield says his priority right now is getting everyone home early for Christmas. He didn't want to say it's impossible, but he did say it would be very difficult.
Like I said, it would be different had we been in Montgomery and had we known or if we had known a few days prior. But now, given the date, the timing, the ability to get people, like I said, I mean, we've got some of our players' families are here now, you know, that we're planning on spending a few extra days, which is great, and I want them to enjoy that, and some of our players. So, you know, all those things come into mind. And then, you know, how many of our guys, and look, our guys want to play the game, but reality, it's just more about the travel and logistics. I think it's very, very hard to do.
The Tigers are declared Hawaii Bowl champions, but their record remains 6-6. Stick around for sports. Jarvo has an exclusive interview with Athletics Director Laird Veach. In Honolulu, Cassie Carlson, Action News 5.